It is a bigger fucking screen. What's up, everybody? Cannon Hotel back at it again. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Niggas be driving like dickheads. What's going on, Miss Wild Wolf? Oh boy. Oh, am I quiet? Can you hear me? One in the chat if you can hear me. Hold on. Alright, there we go. One in the chat if you can hear me. There we go. You should be alright. You should be able to hear me now. I'm still super quiet on your end. Interesting. Wonder why. Let's try this. Test, test, test. Can you hear me? There we go. Y'all should be. That should be good now. I think it was going through one of the Bluetooth things in the truck. It's probably why you couldn't hear me. Anyway, hope everyone's having a wonderful Tuesday. I'm day 5 into puppy training. I am day 5 into puppy training. Hoo-wee, boy. It's getting easier, though. It really is getting easier. Right? The puppy's pretty damn smart. Today, I went upstairs to get dressed. I left her downstairs with the other dog, and she didn't like it. Her ass walked up to the first landing. She's like 9 weeks old. She done walked her ass up to most dogs scared of the steps. She wasn't. And then she walked her ass right back down. I said, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I got a problem solver on my hands. Got a problem solver on my hands. So, took her to the vet, got her shots and all that other stuff. She's a good girl. She's a good dog. She's a bull mastiff. She's a bull mastiff pit bull mix. What's up, JR? What's up, Jonah? She's a mastiff pit bull mix. Master bull or a band dog, what they call them. But like today, before I went to work, I was working with her on the leash because she don't like the leash. So I had some treats, and I just had her. You know, she was keeping pace for the treats. Now she'll stay with me off the leash, and if she feels like she got too far ahead, she'll slow down and sit down. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good dog. Pretty girl. I'll show you this. I had some other pictures, but this is the one I got right now. That's her right there. Looking like a little T-Rex. I got other pictures of her. I just ain't loaded into this app. Looking like a little baby T-Rex. They all right. The rose is good. They got. I mean, they actually. I'll show you. They're not bad. They actually not looking too bad. Still got some snow and shit around, but they really they've been working at a breakneck pace now to try to get all this ice and stuff out of the way to make the lanes more accessible. So, but yeah, let's get into it. Virginia Guthrie, her mother Nancy Guthrie, not Virginia, geez, Savannah Guthrie. I'm thinking about Virginia Giffrey. Savannah Guthrie, her mother has been missing allegedly. for what, about 4 days, 5 days too. She's been missing, allegedly. So apparently they're saying that she got kidnapped and they've been getting these ransom notes, which don't make sense. They've been getting ransom notes. They wanted like $6 million in Bitcoin. Something crazy. They've been making these weird statements that I don't understand. And just giving disingenuous. It's giving somebody in the family did this shit. Is that true? That's interesting. So that goes into my theory, right? That goes into my theory. So everybody's saying, you know, they're looking at the house and all this other stuff. And maybe she's somewhere in the house. We're looking for evidence in the house. What if the timeline is off? What if the timeline is skewed? They said that all of the cameras were disabled or taken down. Question is, when was those cameras taken down? I don't think they were taken down after her whatever alleged disappearance. I think these cameras were taken down beforehand. I think these cameras were preemptively taken down. Before they perpetrated this caper. You didn't hear about this case? What case? The one I'm talking about? Hold on. Oh, okay. So you didn't hear about this. You didn't hear about the Savannah Guthrie thing? I thought you were talking about. Anyway, but yeah, so what if these cameras were preemptively taken down before they perpetrated this shit? It don't make sense to take the cameras down after you drop the mother off home. They said the son-in-law dropped the mother off home, and he was the last person to see her. What if these cameras were taken down before all this took place? So they could say, yeah, he dropped her off home. Yeah, they were over here for whatever the fuck they were over here for. She was over here for. And then my husband, he dropped her off. And that was the last time we seen her. Was when he dropped her off. What if he never dropped her off home, guys? What if he never dropped her off home? What if she never made it home and the police are there combing for evidence? And they said they found some blood, but who knows? Like, I want to know how much it was and all that other stuff, you know. Accidents happen. What if it was planted there to throw them off the scent as if she was kidnapped? But what if her mother never made it home and she's somewhere? This is Arizona, right? That's where are they live in Arizona? Where did they live at? Somebody in the chat, let me know. Was it Arizona? Either way, they fucking dumped her. They dumped her somewhere. If it's Arizona, they dumped her somewhere in the desert, or in some lake somewhere. And the police are looking in the wrong place. They're combing for evidence at her home. But what if she never went home? What if she never went home? That's what I've been harping on all morning. Like, yo, Arizona, thanks. Tucson. I'm like, what if she never went home? And that's why the police can't get any evidence. Now, me personally, I think the police probably already have a suspect, or they know who they think did it. I'm not going to be shocked, like, if it's one of the kids. Because, like, when things like this happen, a lot of the times it's somebody that they knew. That'd be fucking crazy. Like, what if one of the kids they had some financial problems, right? I mean, I'm assuming Savannah Guthrie's on. She okay? I don't know. Is she having? Are they having problems? What's the mother? I want to know what the mother's insurance policy looks like. How much on that mother head with the insurance policy? What's up, E? What's going on? Unholy Queen. Appreciate you. But what if she? I'm just thinking, like, it just makes sense to me now. We don't have any. We don't know who the kidnappers are. We don't have any evidence. Blah 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 blah. It's like, okay, y'all being misdirected. Also, it's not far from the Mexican border. Now, I've seen people online saying, well, maybe it was a botched robbery. It was a robbery, a home invasion gone wrong, and she came in at the wrong time. But I'm like, the son-in-law was with her. I would assume that if she's 84 years old, unless he just dropping her off at the fucking door and just letting her go in the house, you know what I mean? I don't know, but I wouldn't do that. I don't do that. You would think that the son-in-law would have walked in on this home invasion gone awry. Less than 2 hours driving from the Mexico border. I mean, and she could be in Mexico. Like, they could have, I don't know. Maybe they paid somebody. Maybe they paid somebody to get rid of her. Right? Because that's a lot of dirty work. I got to take out my mama or my mama-in-law. I got to risk leaving a lot of evidence and shit behind. Maybe they paid somebody to go get mama. Maybe they paid somebody. I just think that the family perpetrated this, whether they did it themselves or they paid somebody to get rid of their mother. They did it. I want to know what the insurance policy look like. How much money is that mama insured for? How many millions of dollars is she insured for? And who is having financial issues? That would be my question right now. I agree. I'm really hoping that she is still alive. I really do hope this mother is still alive, and it is some fucking evil son bitch that did it that deserved to have their lights shut out. Like, cause who kidnaps an 84-year-old woman? That's crazy. But something in me feel like the mother ain't with us no more. It was a hit job from insurance money. I mean, I don't disagree. Our hotep senses are tingling, Emmanuel. Our hotep senses are tingling, sir. You got to get the link to the files. I don't want to see it, yo. Like, we all knew it was we all knew what was what. The next thing is people gonna get frog marched off to jail. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of sleight of hand with this Nancy Guthrie situation. He said there are no files. These are not the 3.5 million pages you're looking for. Yeah, it would, but they'll give everybody a distraction. Everybody forget about it. It'll be the same situation. And it's left and right. It ain't just the Democrats. All the Democrats, yes, the Democrats and the Republicans that's in on that shit. Madison Cawthorn tried to warn motherfuckers, but everybody made fun of his disability. And like all of those shit made crazy jokes. I said I believed him. I remember that. I said I believed him. I said I believed him. I told him they had no eyes wide shut parties. Now the Epstein files come out, everybody can't believe the shit. I'm like, nigga, I told you. Hotep's been told you. If y'all new to the channel, yo, my gut is almost, I'll say almost never wrong when it comes to uh, uh, shit like that. Like this Nancy Guthrie shit. I just feel like we're gonna find out it's one of the kids, and a body may or may not turn up. But there's a possibility that the police already know who they think did it. They just got to build up some evidence to get them on there. Hey, yo, what was the news anchor? Remember that shit? And everybody, she got fired. Remember that shit? Who was the news anchor who was like, yeah, I had an interview with one of the victims and I had it everything and they shut it down. They told me to not run the story. What was her name? Remember she got fired? They offered the wheeling right into the Diddy party. Yo, what was her name, yo? I can't remember. It was like I had the exclusive right there. I did the interview and they told me to kill it. They told me to run it. What was her name? I thought it was Virginia Guthrie. I was like, oh, was that Virginia Guthrie? But it wasn't her. It wasn't Virginia Guthrie. It was somebody else, and I can't remember who it was. But she tried to tell us. She was mic'd up. She lost her job, and people thought she was batshit crazy. I don't know. Maybe Nancy Guthrie is some kind of sacrifice. Maybe Virginia Guthrie is somebody who's fucking with fucking with that Santa Maria shit and didn't pay whatever they was due, pay whatever they owed. And Mama was the payment. I don't know, but my gut telling me that from watching these pre-prepared statements, all of the stuff on social media, and all of these pleading and begging shit. I'm like, who are you pleading to? Who are you pleading to? Why are you putting this shit out on social media and shit like that? You would think you'd be sending this shit straight to the person that you're alleged that's kidnapping you, sending you the ransom demands. They wanted that shit in Bitcoin. I'm like, I wouldn't want that shit in Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is fucking volatile. And you should stable about Bitcoin right now. You fuck around, get that money. That shit ain't worth what you asked for. Amy Robach, Miss Wild Wolf comes through in the clutch. Amy Robach. Oh yeah, J.R. Ball had got it too. Yeah, remember Amy Robach was like, hey yo, I had the exclusive on this shit. She's like, I had the exclusive. She told me everything. When I was ready to run the story, they told me shut that shit down. And because she was mic'd up, what happened to her? Fucking fired. Same thing with damn, what's his name? Ben Swan. Remember Monday we watched Ben Swan? Same thing with him. He broke the Pizzagate shit. He broke that shit. Ben Swan broke that shit. And they fired him. Think about all of those people, right? Because like I told you, Epstein just the tip of the iceberg, yo. He was just a dude that took advantage of these people's proclivities, right? Epstein was just a dude that the agency sent in there to blackmail these people and take advantage of their sexual proclivities and their deviant behavior, their vampire and cannibal-like nature. They sent him in there. Remember, they was doing this shit long before Epstein showed up on the scene. This shit was a fucking culture long before Epstein showed up on the scene. Long before Robert Maxwell showed up on the scene. Who knows how long this shit's been practiced? What's up, Montoya? So this should go deeper than Epstein. They just burnt Epstein to keep their shit safe. They burned him. They burned Epstein to keep all of that shit safe. All of that other shit to keep all that shit safe. Think about it, right? And that's why I lost some respect for old Donnie T. It's like he was protecting these people, right? And I don't know if I really, like, I'm not gonna say I lost respect. I'm just like, damn. I was hoping he was braver than that, you know, because he don't seem like he blinked. But I guess that shot they took out in Butler, that shit rattled him. And I get it. Maybe he ain't ready to die for this shit. Maybe he ain't ready to die for this shit. Or he don't want his family to die. Like I told you, they was like, either you can do this the easy way or the easy way. How many people in Congress and the Senate have dual citizenship? Hmm? How many people in the Congress and the Senate have dual citizenship? Right? So, damn, that's not just the left. It's the right and the left. So a lot of them people on that list, a lot of them blood-sucking adrenochrome vampires on that list, on both sides of the aisle, and in higher places. That's why he was trying to sweep that shit under the rug. That's why he was trying to throw that shit some bail, because he was trying to protect these people. I don't know if it's protect. Maybe not protect them, more so protect him. I'm not saying he was in it, because we found out they were really just trying to blackmail him, and Epstein didn't even get along. But meaning like, yo, if you don't squash this shit, something might happen to somebody you love. You know, or maybe somebody finds you in a compromised situation unalived. Yeah, keep me in the hood where it's safe. There's a lot of theories there. But one thing I don't have faith in is that nobody that needs to go to jail is going to go to jail. None of these elites are going to go to jail. None of these fucking politicians are going to go to jail. Because we really wanted to get people arrested, we'd be looking for John Podesta right now. We'd be looking for John Podesta's brother right now. We'd be looking for a Comet Ping Pong owner right now. What was his name? James Alefantis. We'd be looking for Les Wexner right now. If we really wanted to get people. Right? That's what I think. No, I need a Discord. I've been slacking. I need to get a Discord started. You know? We were talking about that last night, right? We was talking about that shit last night. So I was like, we was on a stream last night, and I was like, hey, yo. We was talking about the whole jerky stuff, right? The whole jerky gate, right? I'm like, yo. Somebody's like, why is jerky? And I'm like, well, think about it, right? If you got an expensive delicacy like the human fucking flesh, you can't just walk around with a piece of ass on you. You know what I mean? You walk around with a nigga forearm or some shit. You gotta You know, you have to freeze dry that shit. You have to turn that shit, like, it makes sense to turn it into jerky, right? If it was a really expensive delicacy, you can turn it into jerky and then it'll last you a while. You can go through the fucking airport with that shit. You fucking trick a nigga. Oh, what's that? It smells delicious. Oh, it's jerky. You want some? It's jerky. Want some? You can get away with that shit. Hey, what's up? Brandon. Hey. They calling me. It's like, nah. And that's what I was thinking about with Obama's chef. I'm like, hey, yo, what if it was a thing about that shit? What if the chef died because he figured out what the fuck he was cooking? Like, this nigga was in there thinking he cooking a fucking pork shoulder and he cooking a John shoulder. You know what I mean? What if he was cooking a motherfucking John shoulder, Sarah rump roast? You know what I mean? He's cooking in there cooking D ass. And he found that shit out. And he's ready to snitch. And they killed that nigga. Right? Because I was like, if you got somebody cook that shit for you, you got to really trust them. They got to really be in the fold. Right? Maybe Obama's chef found out what he was cooking, or he was ready to tell. He knew and he was ready to tell. Right? Same thing with Clinton's chef. Remember the Clinton chef got? Maybe he found out what he was cooking, or he knew what he was cooking and he was ready to go snitch. So what do? You get somebody that y'all really trust, and that one person just make jerky. Lean cuisine, you is true. And I said, how do we know that they not feeding us human jerky now? You go to the fucking gas station and get you some fucking jerky. And we in that motherfucker snacking on that bitch. And it ain't no motherfucking deer. It ain't no beef jerky, nigga. Beef jerky, nigga. It's some motherfucking it's some motherfucking human remains jerky. Remains jerky. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility considering what fucking came out. Rabbi Finkelstein, shout out to who was it, Alchemist last night or Mob Deep? I forgot who was talking about the Rabbi Finkelstein. Rabbi Finkelstein said that he out here putting it out there like, yo, your fucking McDonald's burgers is human meat. He's like, yeah, your burgers is human meat from McDonald's. He said, I'm trying to tell you, but y'all niggas don't want to listen. Because you ain't had your break today. It's busy over there. You ain't gonna find no parking. That's a possibility, yo. That's a real fucking possibility, bro. It's a real fucking possibility, bro. Motherfucking McDonald's out here selling you some fucking kid meat. I don't know. I mean, you can snap into a Slim Jim if you want, but you might be snapping in the Slim Jim. Why you keep? You think the illegals is their food source? Man, my fucking contact's drying out. You think the illegals is their food source? Soylent Green is people. Soylent Green is people. You might watch Soylent Green tomorrow. They got. Why do you take that off? I should park in a fucking Port Police parking lot. I'm just saying. I like me a good quarter pounder with cheese. Not no more. Not no more. Oh, here we go. My son like his chicken nuggets. I ain't getting no chicken nuggets no more. I'm about to tell him, like, Hunter, that's people. You eating people. Shit crazy. But we been knew about these people being this. There's some other revelations that's coming out. It's like, yo, that shit's fucking wild. Even I didn't even fucking see that. You know what I mean? But we knew about the vampirism and all that other shit. We knew about Pizzagate. But they want this shit to start and stop. They want this shit to die with Epstein. And I say, where's Anthony Weiner? That's where I need my Don DeMarco or my fa. I could mount a fucking soundboard in this bitch. I got one. I got a mobile soundboard. I could probably do that. Yeah, he's starting to like steak and shit. Like I made a good ass New York strip yesterday. My brother, he came over to wash some clothes and brought some New York strips with him. Like, yo, can you cook these for me, yo? Because they can't cook and shit. I give you some. So my son had some New York strip. He love that shit. My son love that shit. That nigga was like, he fucked that shit up. But shit, even that you don't know anymore. You don't even know what the fuck with that anymore when you go to the store if that's even real meat or if it's real meat or not. Like I said, there was a guy showing on Instagram. It was a packet of chicken drumsticks, or chicken legs, or drumsticks, whatever. It was 2 rolls of ground beef, um, some pork chops, and something else. It was $25. $25 for all that. It's like for that price, this shit can't be real meat. This shit can't be real meat. Nobody care about Ukraine no more. Nah, Nobody care. I don't think anybody care about Gaza and fucking Israel right now. I think that shit went by the wayside. I think that shit went the way of the dodo. I think that shit went the way of the dodo. All this shit is a distraction. Remember, y'all. When we watched, what we watched? We watched Wag the Dog. Great movie if you haven't seen it. What up, nerd? Nerd in the building. We watched Wag the Dog. It's all in big distraction. You know. Now we focused on Minnesota, and Minnesota kind of dying out. We focused on Minnesota, the Files, Nancy Guthrie, and fucking a fucking Lion King parody with Obama and his wife. That's where we at. Meanwhile, we don't know what the fuck is happening abroad. We just focus on this bullshit. JR said it too. He said that shit disappearing in Minnesota shit. It's gonna be interesting, guys. You know why it's quiet? It's quiet because it's fucking election season. We'll get another mass fucking event before midterms hit. You'll see people like me shut up. YouTube channel fucking taken from me until after the election. Yeah, exactly, nerd. Nah, the Obama monkey griff ain't pop, especially when people like Boyce Watkins didn't fall for it. You still got some dummies who fucking ran with that shit. Nah, he not gonna be fully charged. They using him as a distraction too. They using him as a distraction too. I tell you guys. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Just wanted to touch base with you. I'm telling you, this Nancy Guthrie stuff stinks to high heaven. I don't think there are any kidnappers. I don't think there's a real ransom. I think this shit is being perpetrated by somebody in the family. I think this mother had a fucking will that one of these kids is itching to get their fucking hands on, and she is no longer with us. This is what I'm thinking. But you know, I don't know shit. Anyway, guys, if you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Share the stream, guys. Let the people know we live. You catching a replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism. You want to donate to the channel, $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App. Super chats, Rumble rants, always welcome. Kick subscriptions, always welcome. Gift the subs, people. Sharing is caring. Every little bit goes back into the channel. I don't know if I'm gonna stream tonight. It's Tuesday. Usually I take Tuesday off, and then we get back to it with the movie night. We probably watch Soylent Green. I think that might be a good idea. Yeah, we'll see. So anyway, please DM you on X. All right, I got you. After I get off the stream. Anyway, till next time, it's Cannon Hotep saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss, and don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of its own. Worry about today. I'll holla at you.